Today is November the 29th. Where did Mary go to live after the crucifixion? Let's read about that from John chapter 19. We're going to start in verse 19 and read through 27. Pilate also had an inscription written and put it on the cross. It read, "Jesus of Nazareth, the King of the Jews." Many of the Jews read this inscription because of the place where Jesus was crucified was near the city. It was written in Hebrew, Latin, and Greek. The chief priests of the Jews said to Pilate, "Don't write the King of the Jews. Instead write, 'This man said, I'm the King of the Jews.'" Pilate answers, "What I've written, I've written." Then the soldiers had crucified Jesus. They took his clothes, divided them into 4 parts, one for each soldier. They also took his tunic. Now the tunic was seamless, woven in one piece from the top. They said to one another, "Let's not tear it, but cast lots for it to see who will get it." This was to fulfill what the scripture says. "They divided my clothes among themselves. For my clothing they cast lots." That is what the soldiers did. Meanwhile, standing near the cross of Jesus were his mother's sister, Mary, the wife of Clopas, and Mary Magdalene. When Jesus saw his mother and the disciple whom he loved standing beside her, he said to his mother, "Woman, here's your son." Then he said to the disciple, "Here's your mother." And from that hour, the disciple took her into his own home. Here in this passage, John gives us much greater detail about what goes on at the cross. First of all, the plaque. Pilate wrote, "Jesus of Nazareth, King of the Jews." The Jews said, no. He says he's the King of the Jews. And Pilate says, "No, I've written it. It stands." They divided his clothing into 4 pieces, one for each soldier. That means there were 4 soldiers at the cross. Now, this is actually attested by historians. Roman soldiers of the time lived 8 to a tent. Half of a tent would be in charge of crucifying one individual. So that would be 4 soldiers. So they took his clothes that could be divided and divided it among themselves. When they crucified someone, they stripped him naked. So they took Jesus's inner garments and divided it among themselves. But the tunic, the outer garment, was one piece. It was woven top to bottom. It was seamless. So they cast lots for it. John quotes Psalm 22, I believe it's verse 8. But then we come to the section for our question, where did Mary go to live? This is the second word of Jesus on the cross. He looks at his mother and says, "Behold your son." Then he looks at the disciple whom he loved, and he says, "Behold your mother." Now, tradition tells us that that was John, but there is contemporary scholarship who says that perhaps this was actually Lazarus. Lazarus is the only disciple who specifically, by name, in the New Testament is called the disciple whom Jesus loved. Lazarus, whom he loved, had died. Personally, I think the disciple standing here was Lazarus. I do that for 2 reasons. Elsewhere in the gospel, John refers to himself by name. That occurs before the crucifixion and even after the crucifixion. Lazarus is also referred to by name, but there's one other factor. Lazarus is affluent. John is about to become a roving missionary. Personally, I think Jesus looked to Lazarus and said, "Take care of my mother." Let's read Psalm 38 and see what it says about the next of kin standing by.
Psalm 38, New Revised Standard Version. A Psalm of David for the memorial offering. O Lord, do not rebuke me in your anger or discipline me in your wrath, for your arrows have sunk into me, and your hand has come down on me. There is no soundness in my flesh because of your indignation. There is no health in my bones because of my sin. For my iniquities have gone over my head, they weigh like a burden too heavy for me. My wounds grow foul and fester because of my foolishness. I am utterly bowed down and prostrate. All day long I go around mourning, for my loins are filled with burning, and there is no soundness in my flesh. I am utterly spent and crushed. I groan because of the tumult of my heart. O Lord, all my longing is known to you. My sighing is not hidden from you. My heart throbs, my strength fails me. As for the light of my eyes, it also has gone from me. My friends and companions stand aloof from my affliction, and my neighbors stand far off. Those who seek my life lay their snares. Those who seek to hurt me speak of ruin, and meditate on treachery all day long. But am I like the deaf? I do not hear. Like the mute, who cannot speak? Truly I am like one who does not hear, and in whose mouth is no retort. But it is for you, O Lord, that I wait. It is you, O Lord my God, who will answer. For I pray, only do not let them rejoice over me, those who boast against me when my foot slips. For I am ready to fall, and my pain is ever with me. I confess iniquity, I am sorry for my sin. Those who are my foes without cause are mighty, and many are those who hate me wrongfully. Those who render me evil for good are my adversaries because I follow after good. Do not forsake me, O Lord. O my God, do not be far from me. Make haste to help me, O Lord, my salvation.
So there in this Psalm of David, David makes a couple of statements that just reminds us so much of the cross, how he is mocked, he's abused. It's mentioned that those who are standing by him really can't do anything to save him. In fact, verse 11 says, the next of kin stand by while he's being persecuted. That's exactly what happened with Jesus' mother. And yet Jesus, on the cross in excruciating pain, sees his mother, cares for her, and provides for his mother with some of the last words that he ever utters. So what do we do about this today? Call your mother. Like me, your mother may be gone. Call your family. Family is important. Jesus' family was important to him on the cross. Today, call your mom. Let her know you love her. Scripture reading from the New Revised Standard Version by Emily Herrera. If you live in the Greenwood, Indiana area and you're looking for a church, come check out New Hope Church. We're at 5307 West Fairview Road. Our Sunday morning service begins at 10 a.m. I would love to see you there.